I'm going to talk to you about a service which I wish it exists. It does exist, but it is very much below the radar and it is not easy to find one. So, welcome to Subramani. Please like, subscribe. I find that the viewership is falling. It has fallen dramatically in September, maybe because of my vacation. And even though people come and tell me that they like vacation videos, they don't watch it much. People say they like Hindi videos, they don't watch it much. People say they like Tamil videos, they don't watch it much. But anyway, not cribbing. But anyway, if you're here and if you have not subscribed, if you have not liked, please like it. There's going to be nothing dramatic. I'm not going to do videos like 5 best shares to buy, 7 great mutual funds to invest, or stuff like that. In fact, today I'm going to talk to you about a concept which may or may not exist in the mainstream, but it is called finding yourself a financial coach. I was quite stunned to find that in America, about 80% of the people, remember 80% of the Americans, which is a very highly educated, literate state, live paycheck to paycheck. Now that is huge. I think the figure in India could be much smaller because Indians are taught financial responsibility right from a young age. Thanks to our very poverty mindset in Asia, a lot of Asians live life very way below their earnings. So if they're earning 100 rupees, they're spending maybe only 30 rupees by choice and not by force, because they've got into that habit. I am talking of trying to find yourself a financial coach, a person who will help you maybe get out of debt, maybe plan your goals, maybe help you buy a house, maybe all those plan for your children's education. Because what happens is, very many times we tend to go and look at some websites or Facebook groups and we think, oh, life is very simple. So especially people who have got it easy for themselves try to tell you, oh, it's so simple, you have to save more, you have to invest more and things like that. That's easy, you have done it, you've been there. You maybe come from I come from a pretty privileged background. My father was CEO of a company by the time he retired. So I don't know what it is to be financially stressed. I keep telling people, oh, don't borrow for anything. But then if you have to buy a house and you don't have enough money and you're supporting a family, how will you buy a house without borrowing? Because, well, I would think you should live in a rented house, but then that's my view. So sometimes it is necessary that when you have all these problems and you're being overwhelmed by these things, you have debt repayments, you have fallen behind on your credit card payment or your personal loan, etc., etc. It's a good time to look for somebody like a financial coach. A financial coach is a person who should be pretty mature. I would not suggest a young financial coach. I would suggest an older financial coach who will sit with you, listen to you, hear you out. Maybe you are with your wife, with your spouse, with your children, whatever, and then ask you for your plans as to what you want to make changes in that, because ultimately you have to make the changes. I can be your financial coach and tell you, okay, get up in the morning at 6 o'clock and go for a walk, or get up at 5:30 in the morning and go for a walk at 6. But you know your problems. If you are working to Swiss to European or even worse American timing, maybe you're going to bed only at 12:30. Maybe you're going to bed only at 1 o'clock. Maybe you need more sleep. I would not know any of those things unless I have a lot of details about you, whether it is a health coach or a wealth coach. So the health coach, the wealth coach is likely to sit with you, hear you out and plan how you will repay your loans, what we will do to make sure that your other investments are going on. You cannot say, oh, I will put my life on a hold, I will repay all my loans and then I will start investing. Maybe no, maybe yes. Maybe your financial coach will tell you that's all fine, but you should still be saving 1,000 rupees a month and create an emergency fund, or 3,000 rupees a month and create an emergency fund. I don't know. I'm not your financial coach. I'm just saying what a financial coach should do. Largely it will be a trained professional who understands, say, debt repayment and SIPs and making a will and documenting your journey of how you repay the debt, of how you created wealth for yourself, right? So documentation is a very important task that you should do, because you should not have to you should not need a coach beyond 6 months or beyond 2 years, whatever. You decide to have a coach till you finish repaying all your debt, so that he or she keeps you on track and says, oh, this month you have missed, you should do this, you should do this, you should not do this. Don't use that credit card where you already have a loan. Use a credit card where you don't have a loan. Both your cards are in bad shape. Use your wife's card. borrow money from your parents and repay the more expensive debts, borrow money from your employer which is available to you and repay the debt, or go and borrow a bigger amount against your home, take an overdraft against your home, so that use the money and repay all the other debt, right? So some of these things which you may not know or may not be aware of, or trying to tell you that look, markets have done extremely well, this is a great time to remove money from the market and repay debt, right? All these kind of advice, some of which may not be available to you. Why should you not use any individual who is not a certified coach or who is not a qualified professional? They may try telling you things which are actually wrong. You know, for example, they may tell you, oh, I never borrowed money to do anything. Why are you borrowing? Now, this is actually shaming you, right? There is a reason why you borrowed. Maybe you come from a background where you needed to borrow. Maybe you spent money on your mother's COVID treatment and that cost you 3 lakhs and that you put on your credit card. Maybe that is the reason why you have, and you had no clue how you are going to repay. Your mother did not have adequate medical insurance. Maybe that's your fault. You should have paid attention and made sure that your mother had medical insurance. But the fact that people around you did not have adequate insurance has created trouble for you. If my neighbor does not have medical insurance, it should not bother me. But if my mother, sister, brother, or first cousin or somebody does not have medical insurance, it should bother me if I think I'm responsible for them, right? If I think I'm responsible that the minute something goes wrong with them and they don't have money, then you are responsible. Then you make sure that you spread enough financial literacy. Sorry, I digressed. But your financial coach should be able to handhold you, recreate your asset allocation, say put more money in equity, put less money in debt, or remove all money from your debt fund and repay your home loan, right? He should be able to, or she should be able to help you with all those things, help you guide, don't shame you. If you're 27 years old and your coach is 50 years old, then it's like a fatherly figure, but he should not be judging you, right? Now that's very important, that he should not, she should not judge you. Whereas if you go to your regular chartered accountant or somebody else, maybe even your regular financial planner, they may not know how to do counseling. So here is a person who should know finance, how finance is to be implemented, which means he's not just let's say a friend of yours is a chartered accountant who is CFO in a big company. So he may not be the ideal person because he may not know enough about personal finance. So here is a person who should know finance, who should understand personal finance, who should understand coaching, and who should not be shaming you, and who should not be talking about your financial problems to the whole world and saying, oh, you know, so and so had come to me, he had this problem, I solved this for him, right? Or talking to, anonymously is very different, but talking within your group can be very damaging for you. It could hurt you. It could, I do think that a lot of suicides are because of financial suicides, because financially they didn't know what they were doing, so they were borrowing at very high rates, usurious rates to say, then, right? So some of those things you will be able to avoid. I mean, if you are able to avoid suicide, like a friend of mine, a person whom I know, who went and told his mother that he has lost money. It took him a long time to tell this to his mother. 2-3 days he used to get up at 5:30. His mom is an early riser and he struggled talking to her. So one day his mother said, can I talk to you? Will it make it easier? He said, yes mom, I lost some money for you. I've actually done a video on this somewhere, but I'm not going to search for it and put a link there. And his mother said, it's just money, right? I thought you had cancer or something. So understand that the mother thinks very differently from how you are thinking. You are going through a hassle, so you are thinking very differently. So your parents could help you. But having a financial coach who is a professional is very useful. Don't ask me, I don't know where to find one. Am I a financial coach? No. Do I want to be one? No. Am I looking for that business? No. But yes, there has to be financial coaching which is necessary to help people come out of debt, plan their goals, whatever it be, buying a house, getting your daughters educated. Right, any of those things could be your goals. If you don't know how to do it, go and get professional help. I'm not saying everybody needs professional help. Many people think that they can manage their own money and they do a good job. Some people think that they can manage their money and they do a terrible job. Then there are some people who will say, never go to an advisor, but please buy my research report, right? So they are trying to tell you, save that money and give it to me, or I will coach you on how to build a portfolio. I may not have built one. I may have just read it from books. I may, all those things are possible. Choose who should be your financial coach. Thank you.